towel drips with water, carelessly wetting her bedroom floor. Quickly it drops to the ground, revealing her glistening bare body. Aww.
You already said that.
And we are back for more Doki Doki Triple Trouble. And last time, seems we had the night of our lives with that homecoming dance, and well, all's well that ends well. And now we're here, and the night is still young and early. So let's see what we're up to here for this night. The sound from the TV become far more clear from this distance. The persistent droning of static dead air. I walk into the room, my curiosity getting the best of me. Natsuki flings her high heels across the space as I finally set eyes on what's going on. I'm met with a view that's entirely new to me. A relatively young man with an odd hue of hair that I can't exactly make out in the dark is strewn away on the crummy couch, a beer bottle, the label faded away, loosely hanging on his hand. Ah yes, of course. We have the drunkard himself here. I see a lone case wide open on the floor. Must have been for the tape that finished long ago. VHS? Who the heck still watches VHS tapes? I'm shocked it hasn't worn out by now, considering how he always gets stuck in the past. His head seems to be waving in nonsensical patterns, almost like the barely straightened necktie around his stained collars choking him. Incomprehensible slurs begin to gather together, his lost eyes finding his daughter when she moves closer to him. Natsuki. Oh, baby. Hi, Papa. I stand alert, ready to move at the second's notice. She slouched over, limp like a dead body, standing over her father's own. Ah, look at you. Look just like your mama. Sigh that escapes her is the only sign of life that she shows. Hey, if Lumpy Space Natsuki gets a voice of her own, then sure, I'll do it for Natsuki's dad as well, because why not? It runs in a family, let's just say. You shut up before I laughed. The attempts at speech dissolve into dissipated slurs once again. Alright. Yo, let me take this lump to bed. Hey, lump! Hey, let's go! Hey, at least... Oh man, I'm a genius! Do what now? Relax, dude. He doesn't even know you're here. Yeah. Nat's dad attempts to throw a punch as limp as his body in my direction. It'd be kind of funny if it wasn't so depressing to watch. Wait, what? You lay your filthy hands on my little girl and all. Just shut up, Dad. I'm your father. I'm your father. Don't dare speak to... A stray hiccup puts a stop to his attempted monologue. He limps back on the couch, barely moving. Come on, Papa. Let's get you up to your room. Don't you want to sleep? Okay. Her tone of voice is soft, barely louder than a whisper. She flings his drooping arm over her shoulder and small pieces of vomit land on her. Dad. She stares at me while I stand frozen, scared to even make a move. Why? Are you just gonna stand there? Help me out. Are you sure? No, Miss 50 kilos here can carry this fully grown man on her own. I fling his other arm over my own shoulder. Thankfully, I'm spared from any vomit particulates landing on me. We drag him through the room and start climbing the stairs with his barely conscious body. I get lost in thought as I wonder how the heck I ended up here. What, are we gonna do a flashback of that one? Easy, just watch the previous episodes and now you know why I ended up here. If I keep this up, I'll probably ask that question 100 times over. I snap back into reality, trying to ignore the gravity of the situation. I turn my head, hoping to tell some joke to Natsuki, hoping to lighten up the mood. Fear boils my blood as I am instead met with the widened eyes of a man who barely has any grip on his surroundings.
You look different. You're skinnier and darker. Don't worry about it, Dad.
Once we reach his room, she kicks the door open and a screw from the door hinges falls to the floor. I follow Natsuki's lead and gently lay the practically dead corpse that is her father on the bed. She takes the scattered coverings and places them on her dad, tucking him in.
I love you, Natsuki.
Good night, Papa. She yawns and inches her head, making her way out of the room, not giving any of this much thought. All the while, I'm still barely processing what I just witnessed. He's laying there, dead asleep, and I'm casually standing over him. This is the man that beat her? That caused her so much distress? Hey, I'm taking a shower, okay? Yeah, I'll leave. Who said you're leaving? Don't you want to come in the shower with me? No. Hold it. The proposition flies over my head. I don't think I'll get any cleaner in there. You're lost. Wait in my room, okay, stud? I walk out of the room and close the door as gently as possible. I hear Natsuki shut the room door from across the hall. Gently. I'm not sure if that's the first one or the second one. I am not entirely sure. I am so sorry. And hey, you know what? Might as well. Here's your gently counter. You know what? Take it or leave it. Settling on a room with the most pink on the walls, I lay her on her bed. I take off my shoes, however each kick causes me undue pain as her plastic bed keeps hitting my heel. The parfait girl's coverings strike me as obvious, yet still somehow feel out of place. I try to stretch my legs, but if I do, they hang off the edge of the bed frame. Finding a comfortable way to lie down proves to be impossible, so I settle on just sitting with the back to the wall. To my surprise, I find her box sets of manga placed under her dresser. When did she move them out of the club? The stream of water coming from the shower comes to a stop. Sounds of footsteps are the only things I can hear besides my own heartbeat. Hi. Her towel drips with water, carelessly wetting her bedroom floor. Quickly it drops to the ground, revealing her glistening bare body. You ready? Wait. Round two? Huh? Round two? You guys up for round two? Alright, sure, why not? As long as you guys aren't blue ball just yet. Okay, round two with her. So, here we frickin' go. She licks her lips as he soldierly walks towards me, her wide hips swaying from side to side. But what about your dad? You're always about there. What about theirs? What about that? She climbs on top of me, blinding me to anything else but her. How about you just live in the now and have fun with me? Her faded bruises are still clear in her body. Why can't you just look ahead for a second? Really? You're saying this while I'm sitting on top of you naked? Nat, I'm serious. And I'm serious about this. She leans in and steals my lips away, preventing me from protesting any further. I softly push her away in an attempt to try to talk sense into her. Your dad is right there. He's drunk off his ass. You probably think your sword is a lollipop. Have you ever been drunk, Nat? And I'm like him? No thanks. I'd rather get... She starts unbuttoning my shirt, revealing my chest to her. Drunk. Her finger twirls and dances on it. On you. Would you let me? Nat, why does it always have to be a convincing game with you? Maybe you just come in convinced. I pull her back onto me and continue, kissing. Yeah, you too. Feeling her cold, smooth skin with my hands riding along her back. Nat's hips sink lower onto my, crotch as she spreads her legs across the bed. Her passionate lip-locking matches the rhythm of her hips, undulating over my pelvis. I close my eyes and try to get into the mood. Alright. Huh? What was that? Nat jerks her head up upon seeing the concern of my muffled voice. What? What's wrong? I heard I thought something in the hallway. Oh. Nat turns her head towards the door to listen for the aforementioned sound. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing out there. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Now, where were we? My eyes slowly fall from her face and down her neck before finally resting on her chest. The sight of her modest, perky sweet buns, soothes the flurry of adrenaline coursing in my veins. Doing what feels right to me, I bring my hands up to her yearning buns and give it a nice firm squeeze. Ow! What? Not so hard, Finn. They still hurt from earlier. Oh, wait, what? Oh, my bad, Nat. Wait, what do you mean by from earlier? I end up seeing Ryan during the dance and went to say hi. Ryan! Oh, not again. God dang it. However, it turned more than just that. Right, she did disappear for a bit. Oh. If I were to guess, if it's that exact moment where Natsuki fixes herself, I immediately thought that was like her done flashing her lumps out in the open while driving. And also, did I miss something that there was a hand in that moment? I can remember, but that's what I guess that might be my best guess there. Wait a minute. Oh, who the f is Ryan? Someone you don't need to worry about. I'm struggling to wrap my head around Natsuki's actions. Like is this Ryan person in this mod like the fucking version of Boba Fett? That like he's so mysterious and we don't know what he looks like. Speculations and all that. I don't want to imagine Boba Fett boning Natsuki, but hey, no, Boba wouldn't do anything like that. He's a man of honor, all right? He's a man of honor. He won't care anything like that, okay? Please don't think about that.
Like a panther.
She went to the dance with Kazuya, fricked with this Ryan dude, and then took me back home. Nah, you don't see the problem here? The only problem I see here is there's too much talking to me and it's not doing enough for doing me. Her lustful stare does little to change the fact that my stomach is a bundle of nerves and butterflies. The sounds I keep hearing aren't helping either. Nat leans back down to resume our makeout session. I ready to steady my nerves with the security blanket that is her amazing bubble butt. The pent-up stress starts to melt away as her warmth puts my muscles at ease. Judging from the increase in Nat's rhythmic moments, my stress relief is giving her a great deal of pleasure. Nat's small hands sail over the ocean of my belly, setting waves of goosebumps all over me. They stop at the hem of my suit pants, having reached their destination. Let's take this up a notch. I'm tempted to stop her, knowing full well that it could be much worse if I was caught with my pants down. But why am I stressing out over this? I have a pretty girl who is all over me and trying to take my pants off. Let's just sit back, relax, and let it happen. Exactly. Hope you get your get those tissues ready, if you know what I mean. Anyway, she's right. There's nothing out there. Huh? Her dexterous fingers begin to make work of my zipper. Immediately, my body locks up as fight or flight mode is engaged. Any sense of peace I had previously had has jumped out of the window at this point. What? Didn't you hear that? Maybe. I kind of don't care though. I knew it. He's coming down the freaking hallway. God, this was a bad idea. I should just go. Hey, don't say that. I want this night to be perfect. Like you made it for Ryan, right? I'm not riding Ryan right now, am I? Yeah, definitely not Ryan fat. Stop making such a big deal about everything. Plus, there aren't any sounds anymore. Do you hear anything? I listen out to see if the creaking continues, but I'm only greeted with the sound of silence. No. Thought so. Now be a good boy and let me have fun with you. I thought tier 15 was a two-way thing. Nat picks up where she left off, picking apart the button of my pants and roughly trying to slide them off my body. My black and white striped boxers are the only piece of clothing that remain. There we go. She starts to slide her fingers across the stripes, toeing between the white and black lines. Her fingers don't take long to catch wind of my member, eventually pressing on the black line that's right above its tip. Oh, okay. Now to get these off. After some awkward movements from both me and her, moving on, we eventually slide my pants down far enough to expose the honest part of my body. Aww. What? Fen, why aren't you so hard for me? Why do you think? Or am I the only one who seems to get the fact that your dad's in the other room? Looks like I'm gonna have to make you get it up then. Huh? Nat lifts her hips up over my lap and she uses one hand to prepare herself to receive me. She then slips two fingers inside herself and starts moving them around like a sloppy slooshing sound. Here I am, dripping wet. All for you. Make this a night neither of us will forget. Taking a hold of me with her free hand, she parts her lower lips and guides herself onto me. The sensation I feel upon entering her is both familiar and foreign, given this strange circumstance. Glop, this feels weird. Hopefully it will last long.
Damn!
Hey, yo, yippee guy, yeah! Oh, we going to town with this possession. Oh my lordy. Okay. Don't forget the whip or bullwhip or something like that, so we can smack those buns. Oh my lordy. Nat starts to ride me like a cowgirl, hoping to turn me into a buckling bronco. Her body swings and sways around as she gyrates her hips on my sword. Her modest lumps bounce up and down in a mesmerizing manner as she works to get a rise out of me. The slide of her pale skin basking in the moonlight accentuates the already arousing ambiance. My hips slowly shift into gear as I try to match her rhythm. Slowly, Slowly but surely, I feel my blood beginning to flow freely through my body. My pleasure and desires continue to grow and swell while her strained breaths react accordingly. That's more like a fan. Right to me. My hips buck up and down on the bed as I do my best to fulfill her request. Nat struggles to maintain her balance as she continues to ride me. Yep, we're going on the rodeo here. Nothing to worry about. Her moans grew louder and louder with each and every stroke. That's more like it, friend. Her breathy mewing is music to my ears, drowning out any white noise that is grabbing a hold of me moments before. Her glistening skin reflects off the moonlight to give her an ethereal glow fitting on her heavenly body. Her spiky mane flows wild and free in the throes of our rowdy rodeo. I can't take it anymore. I arc my back to dig myself deeper into Nat's warm walls. Ah, frick. Frick me. Frick me. Frick me, friend. This is really going to be the perfect night. Huh? Oh, snap. Nat. Nat! Huh? What? What is it now? Listen. This better be worth it, bro. Annoyed, Nat takes a second to collect herself to turn her attention to the door. What's up with the face? Huh, guess he's awake. Dang it. I have to get out of here. Come on, we're almost done. Nat, are you nuts? Please? Nope, not risking it. Nope, I ain't buzzing when your dad's already out there, and oh, I really do not want to get my Excalibur cut off. I roll Nat out of me and I quickly throw myself out of Nat's bed while trying to pull my pants back up. I almost fall trying to juggle all these things at once, but I find myself able to land on my feet, pants completely on. Patting myself down to see everything in its proper place, I button up my shirt. I look out of Nat's window into the ground. The drop doesn't look too high from here. I slide the window open, a gust of cold wind flying inside. Fen, what are you doing? Where else am I gonna go? The only way out is through him. I look back out the window to see my life flashing before it. Besides, the drop isn't that far. Fen, don't be a fucking baka. Sorry, Nat. Before I give her a chance to protest further, I dive out the window. I close my eyes, adrenaline is pumping through my veins. My heartbeat accelerates. I'm in a stable of free fall for what seems like hours. The only thing on my mind is... Why did I throw myself out the window? Yeah. Why am I even in a situation where that's an option? Eventually, I feel my feet touch the solid ground beneath me. My perception of time begins to realign itself with reality, my feet finally making full contact. Suddenly, I feel a shock crawl up my body, tasing me from my legs all the way to my waist. Oh! Ow! I slowly move each part of my body one at a time to see if anything is broken. Once my unlicensed medical checkup is over, I slowly stand up. Whoa, that must be quite a fall there. Sadly, my suit is not as unscathed as I am. Patches of fabric from my jacket has been torn off and ripped my pants, and my pants didn't fare much better. And of course, I have a questionable stain on my questionable escapade. I run my hands through my mess of dreads, making contact with bunches of stray leaves and branches. Limping over to the main road, a sharp pain stabs me in the arc of my foot. I bend over and pull out the thorn from my feet, the remnants of that pain persisting. Fan! Oh my god, Fan! Great, looks like Nat's found me. Are you okay? Vibe Raider. Clever shirt you got there, Natsuki. And thank goodness you covered up because I don't want to censor your body any longer. I've been better, not gonna lie. Thankfully, nothing's broken. And plus, thankfully, the party's over, so I guess no more of that tier 15. And I guess round 2 isn't so successful because I didn't bust inside her bakery once again. I'm sorry. But, I'm not even mad at that. Oh, f**k. Thank Glob. I feel a sharp pain emanate from my left arm as Nat drives a small fist into it. What was that for? Don't ever do this some dumb shit like that ever again. I was so worried about you. Don't worry, I don't plan jumping through windows anytime soon. Like, I'm not a hero or anything like that. I mean, I am, but... I mean, I've been jumping and doing some combat and gymnastics all the time. Well, that was a lie, but that's on character. But still, anyway, that's besides the point. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that like a Ninja Turtle. Don't worry about it. Unless you decide that, tier 15 at your house again is your good idea. Jeez, I'm sorry. Whatever. Why are you out here? Isn't your dad awake? Nah, he was just tumbling around the hall, drunk off his ass as usual. I took him back to bed after I got dressed. So it wasn't just nothing. I take a deep breath as I rub the arm Nat punched earlier. I don't want to imagine what would have happened if he caught us. Nat saunters up to me and places a hand on my chest. I'm sorry, friend. I just want to make this night perfect and I messed it up. Her tugs at my heartstrings are outweighed by the passive aching at my body. It's fine, man. I'm tired anyway. Long night. Okay. I wave my hand at her and start walking to the nearby bus stop. Wait! My patience runs thinner than ever, but I can't help but stop at her call. Let me make it up to you. You deserve better than this. You think so? Yeah, you deserve the perfect night too. The possibilities rack up my brain. It's late and she's not wearing much, but a drop by at a nearby cafe and having a small date wouldn't be too bad. Late night dates are pretty romantic, I'd say. Ah, yes, definitely. Heck, maybe she can even tell me she broke up with Kazuya or something. She does like me, love me, or something. It is late, though my body is on fire. Maybe whatever she'll do to make it up to me can wait. Nat, I appreciate the sentiment, but it really is getting late. As it was the almost natural thing in the world, she drives her hand down my pants and grabs a hold of my Excalibur. Oh. A skull belt buckle, and I am not sure if it's okay for me to show this, but hey, here's a glimpse of it, so you can see the skull on the belt. Huh. Definitely not a Killer Queen reference there. My nerves shoot into overdrive from all this sudden stimulation. Nat, what are you doing? Making it up to you. Her grip tightens as she starts to eagerly stroke Excalibur. Yeah, you like that? Soft palm of her hand slides along my admittedly frustrated Excalibur. What if someone sees you? That's late. Everyone's probably asleep. Plus, after all that pumping you did earlier, this should be quick. Before I could protest any further, she turns her focus back to her partner in my pants. Her warm, soft hands envelop me as she teases and plays with the sensitive, sharp tip. The rattling of leaves being blown in the wind and crickets singing are drowned out by Nat's constant barrage of kisses on my chest. In short order, I'm standing at full attention due to Nat's teasing. As a result, she starts to firmly and quickly stroke me from tip to hilt. Her hands work the shaft in a very fluid motion. She touches things and makes me feel ways I haven't dreamed of feeling before. In the distance, I see a window light up, glowing in the dead of the night. You're getting harder. It feels like I'm getting close. My mind starts to get foggy as the pressure in my Excalibur grows stronger and stronger. My breath hitches as the adrenaline and nerves combine to fry my senses. My Excalibur begins to pulsate as Nat strokes me with a more rapid rate. I shudder slightly as I feel the population paste leave my body and coat the inside of my boxers and Nat's hand. Exhaling deeply, I let out the breath I was holding for the last 5 seconds. Wow, that felt like a lot. Was that a lot? Nat slowly slides her hand out of my pants to inspect her reward for her efforts. Her hand is covered in a thick, vicious webbing of a baby batter. I was gonna say it's not an Evangelion reference. Oh, on the spot. Oh, okay. Oh, Shinji. Oh, Shinji, my guy. Oh, you freaked up. Except this time it's not you, but not Shinji, but still. Hey, at least I ain't bussin' to whoever, what's her name? Asuka or something? I don't know. I haven't watched Evangelion just yet, but I might in the future still. Oh my goodness me.